Okay, hi everybody, it's Mike COOCH again. Let's talk about 6 specific steps to getting started with channels and aggregators. Okay, now that we've gone through what channels and aggregators are and given you some examples, I want to talk about specifically how you can start formulating a plan to work with them. All right, step number 1 is you've got to segment your target audience to the niche market that is best for your business. Okay, now what I want to say is that this may take you some time. Okay, this isn't something that's just going to pop into your head and you know, oh yeah, that's exactly it. That could be the case if you already have experience in that industry, right? Maybe you were a restaurant owner for a long period of time, and so you know that industry inside and out, and then you left to start this marketing business, and you said, okay, I know that restaurant owners, are struggling with this, and they need my help, and I know that I can craft a solution to meet their needs. Well, if that's the case, then fine. You've got an inside track, and you probably should leverage that. But if you're, starting from a different place and you don't know exactly which market you want to go after, plan on taking a little bit of time around this, okay? Don't just, go off like a bull in a china shop, just, heading off into one direction and put all of your resources there without doing a little bit of testing first, or else you may end up, a ways down a path that you don't actually want to be on, which could be expensive and time consuming. So really think through, all right, based on, what I'm planning on offering, which niche would most resonate with my offer? As an example, let's say that you are focusing on mobile as your strategy, right? There are certain businesses, certain industries that are really going to be able to take advantage of mobile in some really cool ways. And then there are some other industries that, mobile, yeah, we'll use it, but it may not be a game changer for their industry and for their business. Obviously, if you're going to focus on mobile, you should go after the industries where they're going to see really game-changing results from a really effective mobile strategy, okay? So look for, niches or industries that have a problem that you can solve with your particular solution. And then also look for niches that consist of really responsive buyers. And I'm telling you that it is certainly the case that certain niches are more responsive to offers than others. And I don't know exactly why that is, but there are some industries that it is just painfully difficult to sell into. And there are other industries that they're used to buying stuff and they will buy more quickly, and they're looking for solutions that can make them more money. So I don't know exactly why that is, what the dynamics that create that, but it's been my experience and experience from a lot of other people that there are certain niches that are going to be more responsive than others. So in the early days of this strategy, of executing the strategy, you want to think through these questions. You want to do some homework, and then you want to go out and start doing some little tests into some different verticals so that you can start to get some real feedback and real experience. One of those verticals, or maybe more than one, are going to give you probably more responsive feedback than others, and that's probably where you want to start heading in terms of your direction as a business. All right, number 2, make your niche of choice your top priority audience to reach. And this is where it comes down to focus, okay? And this is so hard for most people getting started in business because, they think, man, if I can find somebody to give me revenue, I got to take that revenue. Well, that can be really, really damaging and distracting for your business, okay? It can be really tough to say no to revenue, but look, once you've decided the focus, the industry that you're going to focus on, the products and services that you're going to focus on for that industry, you have got to laser focus on it if you want this strategy to work for you, okay? You've got to say no to other opportunities, no to other niches, no to other revenue for a period of time. I'm not saying that you have to give those up long term, but I'm saying if you have limited resources like I did starting my business, you've got to focus, and that focus is going to get you tremendous results versus if you spread yourself too thin, you're just going to be in that grind where you're struggling, chasing your tail every day and never feel like you actually get ahead, okay? So learn to say no a little bit, put on those blinders, and focus. Number 3, research that niche's habits, okay? Once you've decided that that's the niche that you're going after, you've got to really get inside of their head. You've got to understand the challenges that they're having every day, and you've got to understand the resources that they're using to learn and to grow, okay? So that's associations, online communities, companies that are successfully offering products into that niche already. Find out who educates them. Where do they go for advice? Also, what resources do they use to function? What tools do they need to actually run their business? Software programs, training, IT services, fulfillment companies that they use. You've really got to get inside the head and inside the inner workings of these businesses so that you know how can you fit in and what's going to be the best angle of attack for you to get to these customers as easily and cheaply as possible. Other places, right? Go to look for where these markets have fun, right? Because, I found that every market tends to have places that they go for fun, right? They go to certain events or they go to certain forums or there's certain places for social media that they like to get and chat, and get to know each other. Those are also other great places that you can focus your angle of attack and penetrate these markets. All right, number 4, make friends or a list of friends, even better, in all the right places, right? You're going to rely on friends to help you tap into these marketplaces as quickly as possible. So who should you consider? Media contacts, marketing executives at other businesses, right? It's typically the marketing executive that communicates and controls the communication out to their list, right? So if you can get in with them, it can be pretty easy to get them to send an email on your behalf. Membership executives at associations. Again, associations are a fantastic way to penetrate a market. Well, membership executives at those associations, they are responsible for getting as many members in as they can to make those members as happy as they can. And in order to do that, they have to find new ways to add value. Well, if you can find a way to add value for them, then those membership executives will promote you. All right. Also look for promoters of events. In lots of industries, there are professional event promoters that what they do is they put on the big conferences that people attend every year. If you can get in with them, you can oftentimes get speaking gigs at their events. You can get discounts on booths So get to know those people. And again, these are all the friends that you want to add to your Rolodex and get relationships with because they can really help you tap into these markets. All right, number 5, understand your friends' goals. Okay, all these friends that you're making, you've got to understand what makes them tick and what their challenges are, right? Is it that they need more sales? Is it that they need help retaining existing customers? Or is it that they need help maybe getting their customers to succeed, right? So there's a variety of things in there, a variety of challenges that they could possibly have. You want to get inside of their heads and just ask them as you develop a relationship with them, hey, what's the biggest challenge that you have in your business today? Maybe there's some way I can help you solve it. And that's what the final step is, number 6, is to get creative and outline the ways that your product or service can help them meet their goals, right? Your friends have challenges. If you can help them solve those challenges, then you are going to get acceleration into their list, into their marketplace, because they are going to be willing to put you out there to their universe of prospects and customers. That's exactly what we did in tapping into the press and in tapping into some of these big software vendors that promoted us out in the marketplace. We figured out a way that we could be of service to them. So think through, is there a way that you can add some sort of uniqueness to their offer, right? Is there a way that you can offer a benefit to their audience in a way that will also make them look good, right? Because if you can do that, then you're solving a big problem for them. Is there something that you're doing that can improve their relationship with their existing customers? Anything that you can think of like this. Again, being of service, solving their problems, and having that mindset, how can I be of service to this community first? If you are of service to them first and you add value, you are going to get value back. I truly believe that. The laws of reciprocation work, okay? So it's worked for me over time. It will work for you. Figure out a way that you can create those relationships and be of service to them, okay? So these 6 steps are absolutely critical in tapping into any channel and any vertical, particularly if you want to do it on a fairly low budget, right? Because just about any of these people you can go to and write a big enough check and they'll send an email for you, or they'll write an article for you, or they'll print an ad for you. But if you're going to do this in a way that's kind of bootstrapish and not spending a ton of money out of pocket, it typically comes down to relationships. You've got to go figure out who the people are in the positions that can be influential for you in that marketplace, and you've got to figure out a way to solve their problems so that they're willing to help you, okay? And again, go into it of the mindset. This isn't going in there and being manipulative. It's how can I add value to them? Because if I add value to them, I know that that value is going to come back for me, okay? So those are 6 steps to do that. Go through and really research your marketplace, really think it through, and then find the key players in there that you're going to want to tap into.